Hello everyone, Russell Wright from Network Empire, and we're going to be talking about a live certification training that launches in 15 days. Today is January 26, 2015. I wanted to make sure that you got to hear from Matt DeCruz. Now most of you know who Matt is. He's the head instructor of the Technical Foundation Training Level 1, which is researching, planning, and building your SEO silo website. And this is a very, very powerful training course. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Matt. Matt is the CEO of ClickSynergy and a founding partner of Network Empire. He works with us on so many projects to be named, not to mention you're probably familiar with this case study, the Sassy Hair Salon that he goes through with all students. This is the website silo architecture, very carefully created and processed case study, step by step. There's over 8 parts to this on our website. Today we're going to talk about automatic broadcasting certification level 4. Thanks for joining us today, Matt.
Thank you for having me, Wright. It's great always hang out.
Excellent. So let's just get into a little bit what we have in this training course. I'm going to go ahead and go to the inside of the membership area. Let's talk about this. So can you give me a basic overview of what the automatic broadcasting course is about?
Okay. What we're going to do in this course for us is we're going to look at all the components that we need to add to the WR1. So we're talking about the WR2s, the WR2S, that's the social sites, and then the WR3s. And then in this course, we're going to actually take each of those types of sites, and I'm going to show you how to actually build them step by step as you go through the process. So we're going to explain what a WR2 is and how to build the site, how to put it together, how to connect the automated components in that specific unit. Then we'll look at the social profiles, what you must consider. Once again, we'll hop into W3 and we'll build that and how to build that. But what's different about this course is we're going to teach you guys how to start hiding your footprints and making sure that your sites are locked down properly. So we're giving you a whole bunch of HT access hacks that you can use that will actually save you bandwidth, lock your site down, prevent your site from leaving footprints that you don't want. So we go into a lot of detail about how to set up your network and all the components within it, and then how to track it all in the end, and how you should consider tracking the things. So this is the final piece of the puzzle, and then at certification, this is where we show you how everything's connected, and we go into much, much more detail. So this is a very important part of the course because nowhere before have we actually spoken about the WR2, the WRS2, and the WR3s.
Okay, let's
building the components and showing you.
Yeah, let's slow down a little bit, Matt. Here, I've got the image up on the screen. You can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to be covering. This has been in popular demand. People were really ready for this. They're going to be covering a significant amount of what's on this layer, WR3, right?
Yes.
And the WRS2, we're covering that as well.
We're covering that as well, and then the WR2 as well.
Okay, so we'll get into a little bit on how to optimize, because we already have a certification level 3 covers the building of the pin bids, but you're going to get into some of the deeper strategies and how they're connected across the board, right?
Yes, we're going to look more at the network, how we're going to build the network out. So we're going to think, okay, if our site's X, how many WR2s must we build?
Gotcha.
And then from those WR2s, how many WR3s? So we're showing you how to actually design the topology of your network.
Okay. Oh, excellent. That helps me understand a lot what's going on. So week 1, can we go over just super quickly what each week is going to cover? Is it safe for me to click on week 1 and show people, or is there too much information?
Yeah, hold on a sec. If you click on automatic content broadcasting one above,
okay,
that gives us the whole outline.
Okay, let's just do that.
We can look at that.
I know you have some juicy content on
and
there.
then we can have a quick sneak preview at what you're roughly covering on the actual page.
Oh, okay.
I think that'll be enough.
Okay. So here's the outline. That's funny. You don't even want me to open those weeks. They're that good, huh? Okay.
That is some really good.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm letting some of my secrets out there.
You're like, not for a market. I can't get my guys to give me anything for marketing anymore. Okay. So week 1 is leaving no footprints, themes, plugins, and blog owners, connecting the dots through the WR2 and WR3 ring layer. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
This is very, very cool. Let me just make this a little bit bigger so our audience can see what's going on here. Okay, and then we'll also have our meet and greet during week 1, right? You'll give everybody the lowdown like you do. We do that really well in certification level 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, what's week 2? Explain tracking, keyword, and link usage.
Yeah, in week 2, we're going to speak about when to use Google Analytics,
Uh-huh.
and then when to use other open source platforms for tracking.
Oh, great.
Because
So you're,
there's certain things we want to show, and there's certain things that is our business and not else's.
Gotcha.
So we're going to go into
Gotcha.
how to track the keywords, how to set up the groups so that your tracking actually makes sense. When you look at the whole network as a whole, it's just not millions of keywords. Everything's organized. So we're going through that process of looking at those things.
Fantastic. So tracking keyword, link usage, diversifying link destination. Fabulous. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we'll go.
We also, in this one, with diversifying the link destinations, we're going to start teaching you about backing your way into the market. It's something that teams have been taught for many years.
Yeah.
But I'm going over that again just to clarify it so the guys can actually understand how to start making their sites work for them.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're going to show them how to fire bullets instead of cannonballs first. In other words, kind of backing themselves
Yes.
and checking and see what's going on. Gotcha. Week 3 is setting up silo structures on WR2. Explain these courses.
Okay. So in week 3, we start getting to the nitty-gritty. This is where we start looking at what have we built in WR1 and what do we need to build in WR2 and how many of those WR2s do we need to build in order to compete with the bigger terms. So it's looking at the keyword DNA of it, understanding how to segment keyword DNA, and then how to set up your pages.
Got it.
So it works in a semi-automated way.
Got it. This is great. Okay. And then you're going to get into RSS feeds to make this happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, week 4.
Week 4, this is where we start looking at sales funnels and how do you make money. Okay, opt-ins, this is lead generation, basically what I want to cover there. We're going to talk about banner ads and placements and how you can get the most out of AdSense within your network and also in banner ads. And on that week, I want to bring Kevin Polly in when he speaks about banner ads and ad tracking, all that kind of stuff, because he's got some great stuff and ideas on that. So we might have Kevin as a guest.
Gotcha.
On that.
Yeah, we can talk about some of our open source stuff that we're using in the automatic video course. Okay,
Yes.
Week 5. Okay, and then there's slow drip content. Is that part of week 4?
Yeah, so with the drip content, what we're doing is we're going to talk about how you should plan out distributing your content across the network. And I'm going into more details about specific conversations, and I think, Russ, you'll probably be able to join in and have many insights at that specific stage when we speak about marketing, because this is the broadcasting network. So it's, what do we do where? That type of conversation is going to go in there.
Gotcha. Context is king, queen, and emperor. Context is the new content. Okay, week 5, WR3 site construction. Tell me a little bit about week 5.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this, Matt. Are people going to be totally exhausted by the time they get to week 5, and is their brain going to be full, or are you going to give them a little bit of nootropics or some kind of brain drugs to keep them rolling on this?
I think through this course, what I'm going to try and do is try and give the guys simple blocks that they can implement as they work through the process. So when they work with W2s, they've got a procedure that they can follow to map these things out. Then it's just a rinse and repeat process. So the Tech Foundation one is definitely the hardest one, because in that course we have to translate business sense and business needs into an application or a website. And that's the hard process of understanding the pains and then finding the keywords and then building this transaction site. The
WR1, that was all here in Tech 1, and it's really amazing how much of the work up front was required. But once you have that, you have a lot of information that you need. But let me ask you, that brings up a good point. Do people need to have Tech Foundation 1 or take that course, or can they jump in at any time?
No, they can jump in here as well, because in this course we're focusing on how to create the network, how to design the topology of it, and the considerations you need to do to secure it, keep it clean, footprint clean, and then building practical networks that actually benefit your business and then become a IT
so this is
that actually suckle you
so
up.
this is valuable even if you haven't taken any of our other training courses, really.
Yes, it's going to give you an insight into what the web ring actually
Gotcha.
is, because you're looking from the outside in
Gotcha.
instead of the inside out.
Okay, and this is a Perpetual Mastermind boot camp, right? We'll get into that in the end, meaning once a member, always a member. Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, let's go into week 5 here. I'm sorry, this is week 6, rather.
Week 5 is WS3 construction. That's where we teach you how to use RSS feeds to create automated sites.
Okay, that's a hugely popular interest in all of our courses, training, and software.
So in that week, we're going to actually show the guys how we actually set it all up and how these things are connected.
Excellent.
And what we use and what's coming.
We'll even give them the software we use to different kinds of softwares and options they have. Okay.
Yes. And then week 6 is social media on the WR2 and the WR3. Like what voices get put where?
Gotcha.
Who's speaking over there? And this is just to bring clearer context into how to manage your social profiles from the business out to the broadcasting network.
Fantastic. Absolutely excellent. Okay, I think that does a really great coverage. Now, I'm just going to throw a couple things in here to let you know what's going on. We have some pretty crazy testimonials just from the work that Matt alone has done. Testimonials from this course. Here's just a couple of many, many. I wanted to personally thank you for the changes you made in my life with the SEO Tech Foundation. This is our friend Dennis Bashor. He's done, he really gave a long testimonial. We have dozens of these. In fact, it's almost a part-time job just to keep track of the testimonials that roll in from our Tech Foundation training alone. So I wanted you guys to be aware of that if you haven't been with us before. Those of you who've been a part of our university, in our online training for years and years know that there's nothing quite like it in the world. It's a deep-seated integration across our WebRing system. So I wanted you to be aware of that as well. Also, one of the things that's often missed, Matt has had to constantly remind me to talk about this up front, upgraded Perpetual Mastermind. This is a Perpetual Mastermind training. This course that we're talking about today, that is the automatic broadcasting course, which is the WR3 training system, is a Perpetual Mastermind group. That means you pay for it once and you can audit any recurring trainings that we have every few months, regardless of, you do not have to pay for it again. And additionally, you can subtract the one-time cost of this training from your first live Network Empire certification training event, and where Matt shows up live, I show up live once a year, sometimes twice a year. And you're able to meet the team and go through this entire process. Now, that's a pretty huge value. We've had people who you can subtract any of the certification trainings from the cost of the live event. So if you're interested in that and you want to know more, I'll go ahead and leave more information about that. But the benefits of the Perpetual Mastermind group have been coming back to us. People are surprised. We've had people who are willing to pay to go through the course more than once, and pleasantly, to their pleasant surprise, they find out that once a member, always a member. And this, of course, helps us. Our agenda there is to make sure that you have access to our software and that you purchase our software so that we can keep it in development. Our software is very well known and loved by a large community around the world. So there is that. So again, today is January 26th. If you're watching this video, we do have 15 days or so to jump in this course. It's February 11th, 2015. It'll be the first time ever launch of the webinar bootcamp with Matt, myself, Sue. We're going to have guest speakers such as Jimmy Kelley and Kevin Pauley, semantic web expert, all the rock stars here at Network Empire that really know what's going on. And Matt, I know you're in South Africa. It's getting late. Thank you so much for communicating with our community about this. I know that I've got tons of requests about this, and we really hope to see all of you on the inside who are interested in taking this certification level 4. Thanks so much, Matt. Do you have anything to add in closing to this?
No, it's been really fun documenting all this course, and one thing I would say is that a lot of the processes have been upgraded that we've done just to type things down more based on what's going on now on the internet. So
yeah,
I'm stoked to the.
Yeah, I'm stoked as well. I also want to add that Matt brings to the table a lot of technical expertise that he adds that are things that marketers like myself who stay focused on banner conversions and click-through rates and these types of things, we just don't have that kind of background. That's one of the things that makes our team so powerful, is every one of us has a unique expertise, a collective 100 years of expertise. When you combine Jimmy Kelley, Sue Bell, Kevin Pauley, Matt DeCruz, myself, we all have our core focus. And one of the things that Matt does really, really well is he's constantly bringing to my attention a lot of the tweaks and server-side configurations. And like he talked about earlier, the HT axis, all of these types of things. When your network starts to generate the kind of traffic that we're talking about, because we've given you a stackable system through all of the certification training courses, By the time you start really getting this kind of a broadcast network, a content broadcast network happening, you really need to understand some of the server-side technical things that Matt's going to be showing you in this training, because this is the first time ever we've ever publicly taught, outside of our live certification event, WR3 and WRS2 sites, right, Matt?
That's correct. We've not spoken about it.
No. So we're kind of excited about that. I just want you guys to be in there and really learning this stuff right now. All right, Matt, we'll let you get some rest. I know it's super late there in South Africa, and thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you so much, Russ. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.